When you utilize the applicator, do not start the applicator in the air. Always have it in contact with the tissue. And when you're done with the treatment, turn it off when it's in contact. It's not good to activate the applicator on and off. The activation is a little button on the wand. You're going to have the temperature set to 50°C. And one of the things that we're going to talk about is how you place the applicator on the tissue. It's quite easy that you hold it down and place it firmly to the tissue, but there's a couple little nuances that you really need to pay attention to. At the tip of the applicators is where we have a thermocouple. And what this thermocouple does is it detects the temperature of the skin. So I'm going to overemphasize this, is when you're in contact with the skin, we're going to pass that radio frequency into the tissue. It's going to heat up to 120 degrees, and we're going to hold it. If you had rocked back your applicator when doing this, you have a lot of air space between the tissue and the thermocouple. What that means is that the tissue will have to heat that airspace in order for that temperature to get detected. If the tissue is heating that airspace, obviously the tissue is going to have to be hotter than 120 degrees to heat this open airspace, so you're going to overtreat your tissue. It's very important that it's flush with the tissue so there is no airspace between the tissue and the applicator. In addition, you're not going to have the applicator this way. You're not going to do it this way. It's not this way or this way. It's the two prongs firmly in the area. And again, the treatment occurs between the tip and the bend in the elbow and in between the two prongs. So let's talk about how, if you have the lesion and it's more than one application, is when you put down the applicator and you treat, when you lift it up, you're going to take this prong and lay it where this prong was. So I'm going to lift it up. And as you can see, sometimes you can see a little bit of an indentation of where that prong was. Put that other right on top, and now you're going to treat. If, for an over example, if my applicator, I treated here, and then I lifted up and just moved it over a little bit, and I double treated an area of that space, you've now treated it twice, which means that you could create a burn. So that is why I recommend, again, if you practice a little bit, to do it.